Hello everyone, this is a very exciting video, very exciting new model for as far as I'm concerned, because it marks my first ever 164 resin purchase. That's right, my first resin. A lot of people that I know really kind of like despise resin. They think like everything metal is better. I don't know, maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. I don't know. This is my first example. And this is the Tomaso P72. It is made by Peako 64. They make a combination. They make a lot of resin models. Also makes a lot of well, I have no idea how much, but like they make both resin models and metal models. Is what I want to say. This one is a little bit more limited. You can see it's limited edition. I'll get out of the way. Oh, whoops. 531 out of 699. So we have that. I want to put the screw back in place so I don't lose it. Yeah, so this one is if you're familiar with the prices and everything, it's very difficult to, I think it's because of the metallic paint. It's very difficult to properly focus on it. So De Tomaso is a bit more of a niche brand, right? We know that Hot Wheels had made a De Tomaso Pantera, right? One of the De Tomasos is an RLC, which was pretty cool, was the opening engine base and stuff. So it's like, yeah, why not? It's significantly cheaper in the Chinese secondary market, because it's just like the US secondary market, but a lot more expensive because it's a lot less. It's a lot harder to get stuff shipped internationally, especially with higher shipping costs, and in this day and age, right? So I really don't know what resin is. Like, resin for me is like tree sap, right? That's the Chinese translation. We call it 树枝, which means tree sap. But a lot of people also call like resin like resin plastic. So it's resin plastic for me is something completely different, or it's just like similar substance, similar, I don't know. But you're gonna notice very quickly if you haven't had like a resin product, it's very, very light. But it's also, from what I've seen online, like resin can also be incredibly detailed, but it doesn't really show up here on this one because like it got very like fluid lines. It doesn't have like super intricate details. So yeah, I think this is probably not the best one to showcase, but it looks really nice, really sweet, but it just feels a little bit weird because how light it is, and it's obviously not a plastic toy. But it got lens headlights. You can see it's very nice. There's layers to this thing. It's not just one big plastic blob. There's a sun right here. Because De Tomaso is Argentinian or something. I mean, the brand is Italian, but like Signor De Tomaso is like Argentinian or something. There's no brake calipers here, which is a bit of a shame. You think like something this pricey. By the way, if I remember correctly, I think I paid about like $30 for it, 30 US dollars, maybe more, maybe closer to 40 US dollars. It's not cheap. What I really like is for one thing, like the textures. You can see right, where's my, I have a thing for this. The texture right here looks very cool. You can see oh, those are fans, and the texture right here, I think it's the carbon fiber detailing. De Tomaso is now owned by a Hong Kong company, hey, who also owns the German brand Apollo. So this is actually based on the chassis of the Apollo AE. What does the AE mean? The IE. What does the IE mean? Intentional emozionale, intense emotions. No, intensa emozionale, or something like that, which is like, oh wow, it's a name and a half, not in a good way. It's a right-hand drive. I didn't notice that earlier either. Interesting. Wonder why that's the case, because it's like an Italian place. Hong Kong maybe, but I don't know. I don't think Hong Kong is going to be like the major market of this thing. But one thing I really admire, look at how detailed the interior is. You can see the dashboard and all the buttons. The steering wheel is all gold. The shifter knob is gold. I guess it's a manual. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be, right? Because I drive autos, and autos have that too. Racing bucket and harness, all really nice. I would assume the engine is here, but you don't really get to see it. I would assume it's mid-engine, right? And of course, the rims are also pearl gold, which is pretty cool. You can see here, I would assume it says De Tomaso? It doesn't look like that. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed by the lack of brake calipers, like for that kind of price and for a resin model. I wish it had it. The mirrors are really nice. It's very reminds me a lot of like either LaFerrari or the Huayra, Pagani Huayra. It's pretty cool, and it has reflectors in them as well. But they look like stickers. I don't know. It's nice to have reflectors, but they also don't look like super premium to me. You can see like the thickness of it just doesn't look very premium. The rear looks nice, you know, like the two red lights, and they are inserted pieces. I respect De Tomaso P12, and you can P12 P72. That'll be a sedan da due. And again, nice texture right here. Some big whatchamacallit, diffusers down here. So this is a screw hole, this is a screw hole, but everything else relatively flat with a few rivets. That would be normal for like a supercar, right? And now I'm gonna put it on the turntable. So I have like conflicting emotions over this thing. First of all, it's really nice and detailed for what it is, like how small it is. Like the interior is incredible, but overall, especially with the exterior, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm a little underwhelmed. I'm definitely whelmed, especially considering how more expensive this is than like a regular diecast model. Like the lack of brake calipers for me, just like I don't know. I don't mind it though. Like it's not like I dislike it. It's still really good. I'm really excited to have it in my collection. But I just don't know that much about I just don't know that much about resin models in general. Are those decals? Yeah, I think that oh shit. Oh god. Shit, that was dangerous. Holy shit. I mean it's not gonna be a top drop, but still. Sorry for the profanity, but you should have seen that coming. What was I saying? Yeah, I think it actually might be like, yeah, decals rather than prints, which is also a bit of a shame. You can clearly see the borders, right? Yeah, but that's not gonna turn me off completely from resin models. There are still a couple that I really like. Most of the time, it depends on like what is not available in terms of metal models, right? This will be one of them. So I think I'll keep looking at resin models. We'll see if I end up getting anything new. This is cool. It's like an interesting first taste, but I'm sure it's far from like the best resin model. But we'll see. It's a bit rambling at the end, especially with profanity. But I hope you don't mind that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye.